Shalom. Grand rising, everybody. Rise and grind. Hope everybody's doing good. It's Monday morning motivation on the Prime Blaq podcast. So I definitely want y'all to tune in. I think it's a good one. I think it's a lot of people have been scared and not doing what they're supposed to do. What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Letting everybody catch up. We got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got YouTube. We got everybody around the world tuning in. I think a lot of people are appreciating and enjoying what I'm doing right now. And, the main thing is just to let people know, tune in. I think it's we all need a little bit of inspiration. We all need a little bit of motivation. We all need a little bit of guidance and empowerment to get us going, get us started, keep us moving. Because sometimes we might lose our way. Sometimes we may fall off track. Sometimes we may get scared of what's to come and what's to be because of what has happened and what has transpired. I think this is a great time to give yourself that gut check, that speed check, get yourself that checkpoint to see where you're at with things, to see where you can better adjust and better assess. And so I think it's very important that we realize that there's so many factors out here that try to scare us under the bed, under a rock, keep us pinned down and give up and never fight back and quit. Quitters never win and winners never quit. And you're not a quitter. And don't start now. Don't allow nobody to tell you. Don't allow nobody to push you out. Don't allow yourself. We are our biggest and worst enemies for the whole situation and experience in life. And I think we may fear our greatness. So please don't do that. You're only scared when you're not prepared. I know it's unfortunate that many may not have had. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Definitely let everybody know. I think it's important that we come together on this morning to kind of just fan out, and kind of assess everything. But I want to start out with wherever my Bible opens up to, I just let it flow. And so today it opened up on Psalm 23. Start with there. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff can comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Loving kindness. Rise and grind. I hope that sits and resonates with everybody. Hope that gives you peace, knowing that you can go through your day not worrying, not stressing, not scared, not feeling like you can't get through. And that's very important. It's very valid. I think it's very strong. That's something that should be, one of those mantras when you wake up. I just happen to roll and open up. And uh, I think it's just valid. People understand that, you know, he's setting the table. How long have we been like getting a table set for us this whole time, as much as we've been going through the motions, watering a seed every day, just staying patient. I know that, things may seem like they are like crazy and times. I'm gonna wipe my face. My face is ashy. What's on my face? Mm. That's that good one. That's that good one. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, have no freaking fear, man. Like, how many times you didn't fall back? Like, I know, even for me, just having that moment of just to check back and look back and how far you come. Thank you for the likes and shares and the comments and everything. I think it's just very important that you look and assess that you were stronger than you didn't allow yourself to be. And I know that, we walk through these shadows, we walk through these valleys, we walk amongst a very wicked world and wicked time that we're living in. And this craziness that we may be around, sometimes you really got to look back and assess, like, okay, I need to realize that I need to protect myself. I need to understand that not everybody loves you. Not everybody likes you. Not everybody wants the best for you. They fear your greatness. They don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you excel. They fear you. You're around a lot of fear the moment that you walk outside of your doors. Your home is your place of peace. You shouldn't be in no fear. You shouldn't be scared where you lay your head. Where you lay your head is a very sacred place. And you should know that when you go into your dream state, your astral projection, that you should be at peace. You should be at peace when you step outside of the doors. You should have your battle armor ready. You should be sharpened. That's why you got to do the work that you got to do right now. Like, time is of the essence right now. I'm fasting right now, y'all. I think it's very important and very imperative. You got to think about the astrological alignment, celestial alignment. You got to think about the times that we're living in, geopolitical, geographical, biological, the weather, the moods of people, I've been everywhere. And so I think you got to really take into consideration that amount of spiritual energy and everything that's rolling around on your job. How are things on your job when you really put things in perspective with the people around you? How are things around when you go to the post office? How are things around when you go to the grocery store, the gas station? What's up in your neighborhood? How are people really reciprocating? And that's important to pay attention to, because that affects you. We go across all these people and they jump in and out of us all day, every day, and you never know what you may carry from somebody else. That's very important that you got to pay attention to. You are what the company you keep, and the people that pop up and out of your life like that. And so you might get suppressed. You might get, confiscated by something or somebody, and you find yourself in a rut or struggling or slowing down or getting knocked off your kilter, of your focus and things like that. And you start finding yourself getting scared that you won't be able to meet those deadlines. You won't be able to have enough food or have enough money to pay a bill or anything like that. It's really coming down to how much are you, for one, your willpower. What's ticking in here? How much heart you got, because if you're gonna fall forward, don't fall backwards. Fall forward, keep your head on a swivel, because you step outside your doors and you ain't got yourself together and got yourself prepared, you become susceptible to all of these things affecting you in your life. And now you realize like, dang, I'm scared that my bills are not gonna get paid on time, and it becomes a perpetuated cycle to where you can't dig yourself out of it. Um, but if you're doing the necessary things to like work on your mind, body, and spirit, you'll be all right. You will be all right. Because right now, the spiritual attacks right now are heavy. You got people that are like waiting to fight you, waiting to shoot you, stab you. You know, you got people out here really doing really evil things, wicked things, and that's we need to be mindful of how we conduct ourselves and the peace that we must have within ourselves. I think it's very important that you work on yourself. Leave everybody alone. Quit trying to go out and hang out. Quit trying to go do all this extra stuff that is not fruitful. Quit spending extra money that you ain't got. Quit hanging out with people that you know ain't productive. And I know you scared and you fear losing that person, but either you gonna step up to the plate and man up and woman up and remove that person out of your life, or God Almighty is going to force that person out of your life. And when it gets forced out, it ends up getting forced out in a way that it's unfortunate. It becomes disastrous because we hold on to things longer than they should be held on to. We try to fit a square into a triangle, and we find ourselves pushing a rock up a hill unnecessarily when we our ego will overlook it being a blessing and a lesson and take it as something completely insignificant to your growth. And that's really our own problem because our own frailties to our ego enable that. So if we're able to just sit there and have a piece of great, good old humble pie, I think a lot of people haven't had that humble pie. I think that humble pie is what a lot of people are eating. I think a lot of people are more silent because of that. Yeah. It don't matter if it's family. It don't matter if it's friends, coworkers. Keep everything short and sweet. Stay focused. Occupy your time. Occupy your time by learning and educating yourself. I got 3 books around me right now. I got more. I'm figuring out different ways to eat different, eat better. Like I said, I'm fasting right now, so all I'm eating is straight smoothie, baby food. Like, but no, fasted from sunrise to sunset, sundown. Because you're cleansing your body, you're detoxing your body. Everybody should be able to detox and fast at least once a year. At least once a year. For me, I'm making the point much more on a habitual basis for my own mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. I want to be able to learn. I want to be able to grow stronger and be a better man. I would think that everybody would want to be a better woman and a better man, a better friend, a better husband, a better wife, a better co-worker, a better manager, a better son, daughter, cousin, all of these different things. I will hope that you will want to be better and be in the betterment of all of these things. But it ain't gonna come easy. Like you can't take no shortcuts for greatness. I realized that anytime you did any of that, and we're all susceptible to that because we grew up programmed thinking that ooh, we can get around, we can get away with our hand in the cookie jar one time and we won't get caught. That's how you get caught because you think you slick. And that's how you put yourself in a position where you keep doing it to yourself. Oh, I don't know why I keep ending up in jail. Oh, I don't know why I keep ending up with all of these kids. I don't know. Oh, I don't know why I keep ending up with all of these diseases or things going wrong in my life. Oh, I don't know why these things, because poor stands for people overlooking opportunities repeatedly. You're overlooking the opportunity to change the trajectory of the raining cloud that is above your head. Either you're going to move out of the way or you're going to get an umbrella. But if you're going to sit there and continuously sit there and be rained on, then okay, you are going to create your own misery and insanity. And I don't know what's wrong with you, but more power to you. Sucks to be you in that moment, because I don't see any reason why anybody would keep wanting to be going through the same thing. But I'm here to help. I'm here to answer those questions. I'm here to be that big brother, to help my brothers out there, my sisters out there, people that are uh, trying to figure out things in life. They're trying to learn about, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. They're trying to learn about real estate. They're trying to learn about how to get their businesses started off the ground, how to network, what to what resources are out there. And I think that this is a great time that I'm able to get out of my own comfort zone, my own fears. And that's why I say, like, I'm confident I am taking care of it if I'm able to just keep doing it and keep building it. And so as I'm talking to you guys, like, I'm actually building these things up. Like, I'm building these businesses, I'm building these movies, these books, and building a bridge and a pathway for people to actually give themselves an opportunity to, have an opportunity. Not a lot of people ain't got no opportunity. A lot of people just feel like they don't have no opportunity. You got an opportunity. You just gotta go out and seek it. You gotta let God be that little light on that candle, through the darkness. Like, you can't give up. That's the one thing. Like, you can't be scared. The only reason you're scared is because you're not prepared. As long as you keep doing the work, staying focused, staying positive, and staying consistent, you got to stay focused. What the hell are you focused on right now? I'm not focused on. I'm. I love football, but my Sundays are dedicated to my Bible, my music, and my workout. Getting myself back in shape, getting my mental capacity strong, spending this time to myself, quiet your mind, chill out, get off the phone, get your hands off TikTok, get my money. But it's like, this ain't the time to be bullshitting around, dealing with people's bullshit, nonsense, and whining and complaining. If you a man and you ain't getting up off your ass right now, you on some sucker shit, whining and complaining and all that stuff. Like, man, nobody trying to hear none of that. Everybody's karma's coming back to them right now. You better watch your mouth and watch what you do. Everybody's karma's coming back to you. I'm sorry for any of the things that I done did. Forgive me, God. I'm learning. I'm getting it together, as we all are. But don't beat yourself down. Don't think that because you failed the first time that, oh, it's all over, I quit. Or somebody told you off and that you can't keep it up and you can't keep going and you can't keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Forget that. Don't let nobody punk you out. You punking yourself out though, because you're your worst enemy. Most of us are our worst enemy. Most of us can't get out of our own way. I know I'm want to believe that, because I know that the fact that I'm sitting here doing this now, I'm getting out of my own way. Because I know how amazing God is and how much humble pie I've eaten. And that shit is delicious. That shit delicious. But I'm here now. You can't be fucking scared no more. And I think the fasting, it does a spiritual thing to me, to where I think it's going to do to everybody else, because you're relying on God to feed your soul in the midst of you, like, yearning for your desires and yearning for you to get back love, yearning to get back to that milkshakes, cookies, and pies. Milkshakes, cookies, and pies. And I cannot deny. Yeah, see, y'all know about that song. That's old school. For the old schools, I'm gonna put that out. But I can't wait to put that out. Y'all ain't heard. Nobody's heard that. Go to my YouTube. I just released a bunch of stuff. But October 31st, Halloween, the Wake and Bake project. Finally putting that out. Dope. But then from there, like I said, I'm fasting until October 31st. And then good morning, everybody. Grand rising, everybody. Get up and get your ass up. Get up and get to work. But I'm releasing that project. That's the end of my fast. I'm giving myself a break from there. And November 14th is the start of my super fast where I'm literally like, this is a transition. I'm right now, I ain't been doing no cookies. I love grandma's cookies. I love grandma's cookies. I love mother's cookies too. Yeah. So I ain't got no girlfriend cookies. I ain't been getting none of that. I'm abstinent right now. So, and that's good because you got the fast going on, and then you got this trial of celibacy that's all about control. It's literally all about control. You got to have control of your life, literally. Yes, it's a rest day for me. I'm off of work. So I'm turned up on here. I'm trying to get my TikTok live. I need to get daily rankings for this. Y'all playing around. I'm playing around. Watch, y'all gonna see me like a top one just for no reason. Just way up there, just chilling. Just chilling that way at the top. But um, but that's the main thing. You just gotta get out of your own way. I think it's just so much going on that if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, you have to manifest it. You have to command it and demand it. You cannot be scared. You have to go ahead and go and get it. That's the main thing. Everybody who knows me, I'm the hardest working dude. I'm the hardest working brother out here. I've been on the road since last May. I've been in 46 states. I've been in every nook and cranny of this whole country. I've gotten a chance to sit here and resonate and sit here and listen and talk and communicate with so many people across the whole world. Thank you for the love, darling. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you. Thank you. Keep tapping the screen. Everybody out here, we all live, and I'm just, sharing the good news, sharing the love. Hope I'm not still echoing. Hello from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Yes, I got family out there. Thank you, love. Thank you, Karma. It's much love. Thank you. But that's what it takes, It really takes doing the work, and not being afraid to actually get up and do the work, being like focused. Like I've been focused on my cleansing now. You need to like cleanse yourself out of like all the toxins. I ain't been eating no fast food. No fast food. I mean, I've literally been eating smoothies, like straight baby food. But I've made the protein behind it, the superfoods that I'm injecting into that to make that so powerful. People at work be tripping like, why is this dude sprinting? Why is this dude sprinting through work? Like he's making us all look really fucking bad. Like I'm embarrassed. Like I suck. That's because I felt that same way. Because somebody gut checked me and I had to look at with a real Trayvon, please stand up. Like you're not an alcoholic, you're not a smoker, you're not overweight. You need to get this right. Like, have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror for 24 hours straight? Like, and really give yourself a gut check. Like, have you really put yourself in a position where you have gone through the introspection and like sit there in a calm way and meditate and really think about things in your life? What is going wrong? Is it going right? Am I doing the necessary things? What's up, love? Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Has anybody been doing the necessary work? Like, that's the main thing. Eating right. Getting out, getting some sun. Get some sun as soon as the morning. As soon as the morning come in, sunrise and sunset, that's why you eat. That's why it's called breakfast, because you're going to be fasting for the rest of the day. The water has to mix with the sun. You got electromagnetic. And if you haven't been fasting, I think it's a good time to even start. Get that healthy, protein-packed morning. And then as soon as the sun rises, you eat that food and then you go sit in the sun. and just go bask in it. I think it's important. Like I'll go out there and I'll be with like all of my crystals. I just got finished letting them sit in the sun and the moon. So yeah, everybody see it. But that energy from the sun, you know, that energy from the sun, the energy from the moon, all of that stuff is very powerful. It's very important. And it all aligns with you. So if you do the right work and do the right thing, you know, you get pushed in the right direction. But like I said, have no fear, just being able to step out on a leap of faith and do everything you can do for yourself, because you only got one life. You only got one life. You can't be scared to live your dreams. You can't be scared to try to take that opportunity that's in front of you to do what you want to do. Second Timothy first chapter 1 verse 7, for God gave us a spirit not of fear but of power and love and self-control. You have power over what you do. I know I do. I have power over the things that I say. I have power over the things that I do. You have power in what you say, and you have power in what you do. Our words are powerful. They're so powerful that they can give life. They're so powerful that they can kill. They can destroy. I know, and I'm sorry, because I have given life, and I've taken and destroyed with the power of my tongue. And that comes from introspection and learning about your mistakes and knowing that the things that we do and say do manifest, they do show up and resonate. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words do hurt. All that shit hurts. Ain't no reason to be sitting here acting like any of that ain't, and we just finna mask over it and put a rug over it and, not really address the elephant in the room on the top of the rug, It's like, no. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. And you only saying horrible, evil things or anything like that because you hurt. Who hurt you? You hurt yourself. You ain't got no reason to be running your mouth and saying the things that you saying about anybody. You gonna figure your shit out. You ain't got no time to be worrying about nobody else's life. You got your life. Your life is so overwhelmingly freaking exhausting and occupied and overwhelming. You don't have no time to sit here and engage in the facilities of other people's lives and livelihood. You have no time to be worrying about no gossip, what's going on anybody's channels or in their life. You have to work on getting yourself right with the Most High. Show yourself worthy. And that's what I'm doing even for myself. Being able to just kind of back up off of the things, because I'm like, damn, how often do you sit there and look back on your life and be like, man, I was such an asshole. I was a dick to that person, or I was mean, or I was a bully, or I was, narcissistic. I was, just angry. You know, I was, just bitter or any of these issues that we may have in life. There's so many different negative personality traits that people develop, and we don't even realize that how conditioned we got in this matrix, how much it has changed us. And then we look back on our life like, oh, snap. Ding, 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 ding. I didn't realize that got so bad. What do I need to do to fix this? Oh, man, I don't got nothing around me to help fix this. I need help. Most people don't say that. Most people with egos is like, man, ain't shit wrong with you, Trey. You straight, man. These people trip, man. You got the plan. You got the master plan. You know what? You the shit. They the crazy ones. You get them out of your life. And even in the midst of trying to even do that, you don't even realize that you got complacent. You got lethargic, and your work ethic dissipated in the midst of all of that. Then you got too cool for school. Your ego became your amigo. And you found yourself slipping into this spiral of unproductivity or negative results and output. And you realize that, dang, everybody didn't remove themselves from you, and you in your own little tornado vortex spinning out of control. You find yourself getting angry. It just keeps raging. It keeps raging. Like, why ain't nobody slowing me down? You know? The people around you start fearing for you. You find yourself in the shadows, like losing yourself because you didn't stay strong, you didn't stay focused, you didn't stay consistent. Consistency is definitely one of those things that, I'm working on my own things, as we all are. I know for me, it has to be an everyday thing. For you, it has to be an everyday thing. It has to be an all day, nonstop. And you got to be positive. Literally, you got to get straight positive and knowing that, okay, you need to write down and figure it out. Just sit and think, just sit in your quiet space, meditate, and put your mind at ease of like, what can I do? What is it I can do? If this ain't going right, if that ain't going right, what can I do? And when you write it down and you start brainstorming and you start getting help, you start helping yourself. Do the little things to help yourself, whatever it is, whatever it is. Go out, get some breath of fresh air, go tap in with all of the elements. Go find a quiet space and think on what can you do to change the trajectory of that cloud raining over your head. Because the more and more you just let it sit, the more and more you're gonna let it sit, and it's just that's gonna be the end of you. Right now, I'm telling you, you ain't got no time to be sitting here wasting and complaining on anything right now. You need to just go ahead and rip the band-aids off and dive head first into taking care of your shit. That means getting your credit together. That means getting you a job, filling out your resume. If you got the job that you're working at now, have a little bit more appreciation for it. Or you might be complaining about it because you may not be going hard. Even if you're going hard, you may not be seeing the results that you want. Maybe you may not have gotten that raise like you've been wanting to, but you've been working hard for, the whole year. You're like, man, hey, y'all gotta kick back and do something. You gotta show me love some way, somehow. I'm over here doing the thug thizzle for y'all. That's when you can't be worrying about that part. You just got to worry about it. Being in the moment, being more in the moment and completely enjoying it with the highest of capacity that you can enjoy it at. That's key. And what I'm gonna start doing, even with that, because I have so many resources to be able to help people, and it's like I need to start turning myself into that type of business to be able to have these, different type of classes. Right now, like this is, kind of sharing my thoughts and kind of helping people to kind of see where their status is at as far as in their headspace. Because I know where I'm at in my headspace is like, okay, I'm ready. I'm in go mode, you know? And it's always just good to know that if people are in go mode, that they're ready to go and they take this thing serious. But it's like, okay, I know that everybody out there takes it serious. Okay, it's time for me to take it serious. And that's like, oh, okay. And it's not even about a bluff thing. It's just like I know I need to build it for everyone out there to come. And so the main thing I tell people is just like to get in contact with me because then that's allowing me to move much more um, hastily to get these things up and running so people can actually have somewhere to come to and actually work on things. Like, all right, cool. But that was me like, dang, I was fearing like, oh man, I won't be able to get to it because, oh man, I don't have enough time or anything like that. And most of the time, that may have been true. Most of the time, that may have been true. But was I utilizing the capacity of my time? You got to think like that. It's like, dang, okay, I'm at work, but I'm doing so great at work that I know that I have a little bit. I know I got 5 minutes at work to maybe send this email in real quick. I may got 5 minutes in between this time to get these push-ups in. I got 5 minutes to just sit here and rest my mind for 5 minutes. Have some peace and quiet and let your mind calm down. Sometimes we have to rest people. You will run yourself into the ground being so fearful, stressed out, and scared over everything. You will run yourself into the ground. I know this because I am one of the hardest working people you will ever meet. My workouts are insane. Don't nobody want to work out with me. And I'm fasting. I mean, that's just because of that. I just want to see where my control is, my level of how hard do I want to push myself in the midst of this. Because I know that I'm stronger than me holding myself back. I'm scared that I'm going to pass out. Oh, I'm scared that I'm going to throw up. Oh, I'm scared that I'm not going to. No, man, shut up. Just do it. Just shut up and go do it. Figure it out. Get online. Get down, do them push ups, whatever it takes. You've been given the power to take control of that. When you're out of control, you lose control. You're only getting out of control because everything is discombobulated, it's disorganized, it's dysfunction, you're at a dis-ease. This is the issue. This is the issue. the dysfunction that you have created in your own space, in your timeline, is of your own doing. It's all about self accountability. It's that aha moment. Accountability, honesty, and apologize to your damn self. My bad. I should have did better. Should have did better. Should have did better. You gotta love yourself more. You gotta know that sometimes people hate looking at themselves in the mirror. You're like, damn, I did mess up. I know I've made a lot of mistakes. I know I've hurt a lot of people. I'm sorry. Love is such a powerful energy, such a powerful word. That's why words have power. I know we've said we love people and we said we've hated people. And that's where you have to look back and be like, oh man, I have grown from this tongue that is of malice and destruction. I fear judgment because of what may be said. How susceptible did I become to allow my thoughts to be able to become words and to become actions that could have potentially and possibly translated into tangible results, whether beneficial or consequential, either or. You're going to find out if you did good or bad. And most of the time, people who have a sense of reason take accountability and be like, you know what? My bad. I made a mistake. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. It will never happen again. And we can move on from there. And it could be love. It could be love. Sometimes the things that we do actually do really cross the freaking line. And you may not be able to come back from that. You can't choose your consequences. We have been conditioned with this self-entitled, egotistical, narcissistic way of life that we think that we can commit and say and doing the things that we do and think that there is no judgment. Just because you think that you got away and there's no camera, sure, or there's no witness, sure. Don't you know that you are being watched? You are being watched. Every nook and cranny of you is being watched by your celestial family and your guardian angel and all the people throughout your history. You stand on the shoulders of greatness and you dare to disrespect that. Great shame and reproach upon you. Have mercy on your soul. Because you ain't going to think that you're going to get away with things and think that they're not going to come back around. Karma is a boomerang that loves to come back around. She loves to go real fucking far, way out there. You don't even see her. That motherfucker gone. You just, ooh. Ugh. But I'm glad she ain't coming back out this way. I'm gonna go with my life. And out of nowhere, that motherfucker comes. The fuck? Did I? Where did karma just come from? I thought that was. Oh, and you find out the freaking hard way that you really messed up in this ballpark. I know I'm one of them. I know I've messed up. I'd be quick to be like, hey, my bad. I know that I'm just me. I mean, well, bear with me. But you can't choose your consequences and think that you could just hurt people's feelings and say what you want to say and think that you can get away with it. No, I know because I get called out on it all the time. I didn't start becoming like verbally crazy and tripping until I realized that I had a lot of growing up to do. Yeah, when you fear, you know, taking responsibility for the things because we've had somebody there to kind of prop us up or hold and walk us and hold our hand and things like that. It really takes strength. It really takes courage and the willpower and fearlessness to be able to jump into the deep, dark water and swim through that storm, through the sharks, through the tidal waves, to get over to paradise, to get over to where you are supposed to be. It's unfortunate because a lot of the brothers and sisters out here are not getting, you're not listening. You're doing too much of this. Shut the hell up. Quit thinking that you know everything. Quit thinking that you can do whatever you want to do out here. It does not work like that. Drive slow, homie. Drive slow. You're moving too fast. You're moving too fast that you're about to crash. You're about to crash. A lot of people are losing control because they're losing the things that they have been so enabled and clamped on parasitically. All of the sources of things that we need. That's why I say it's so beautiful to have the control of like going through a karma, going through a fast. When you fast, you are removing all of those controlling mechanisms that have had some type of miseducation and programmable part of your life. And they come in so many different, vivid ways. Some of y'all may be watching too many horror movies. Y'all don't realize that a lot of that stuff latches on to you. You become susceptible to that because now your eyes, what you see, you're taking literally an akashic mental picture, like every time. There's things that we're not meant to see. There's things that we are not supposed to be doing. There's a lot of unlawfulness. And it's in every aspect. It's in the movies. It's in the music. It's in the video games. It's in the television programming. It's in the food that we eat. Some food is programmed by the music that plays behind it. You're not even supposed to do anything while you're eating your food. You're not even supposed to be having a conversation. You're not supposed to be on your phone. That's why they call it a TV dinner. Because even your food is getting programmed. Do you see that? You're eating something that is telling you that you're hungry, but it makes you more hungry. And because it's making you more hungry, it's telling you that you're more hungry and that stay in this attentive spirit while you're indulging in one of your other desires as well. So now you got a gluttony, And then you got this envy device where everything that shows on it is ooh and ah and just creates this envy. Oh, I wish I was there. Oh, I wish I was. You not see that? That shit is so just boop, easy. Boop, boop, got you. Come on over here, I got you. Come on over here, I got you. You know, man, we try so hard to remove ourselves from it. And when you're not doing the necessary work to get out of it, you will find yourself 90 years old standing on that hard ass mat in Walmart, greeting people because you lived your whole life in fear. Because you didn't want to step out of your comfort zone and take the risk of running and staying in control of your life and taking back the power that you have. Do you love yourself enough that I had to love myself? This wicked world will make you not love yourself. Your family will make you not love yourself. They will cut your ass up. They will leave your ass dry. Most of the time, your family is the first people to break your heart. Your mom and dad are definitely going to be the first people to break your heart. That's one thing that you have to really get used to. Most people still walk. I know. I walked around to this day. Not to this day, because I've grown and I've healed. But I'm talking to people who actually have gone through things like you. It's hard to sit there and get over things if you still haven't done the work from your childhood trauma. Knowing that these people let you down, that they didn't have your back, that they didn't have your back. Everybody around you is going to let you down. The only one that is not letting me down is the Most High. That's how I know that my life is prophetic. We swam with all these other sperm just to get here. We are 1/6 trillionth of a phenomenon to even be here, to even, you know how blessed to even be in these moments, to even know about any of this stuff that has ever even transpired before we were even born. All the knowledge that we have to accumulate, stuff that they don't even teach us in school, stuff that we don't even learn at home because the people that we grew up with are not even educated. They have been freaking brainwashed or miseducated, and they haven't done the necessary work. Shout out to everybody out there. Much love. Thank you. Sugar Pressure, I see you. Thank you, Mona. Yeah, I've seen Truman Show. It's a great movie. A lot of people living in that time right now. Yeah, living in a whole simulation and can't get out. It's a great opportunity for us to really take heed and know that you ain't got no more chances. You ain't got no more breaks. You ain't got no more safety nets. You gotta watch the people that are close to you. Because the people close to you will throw your ass under the bus. The people close to you will not have your back. Everything around us finds a way to generate this envy and jealousy and hate and rage, animosity, bitter, and trust. And it's because of the miseducation around us. It's unity in the community, and we're so fearful of like coming together. But we can't come together because not everybody has done the individual work. So right now it's not time. Right now this is a weeding out time. This is a time where it's either gonna make you a man or a woman. Man up, woman up. Simple as that. Some don't know how to be men out here, husbands, brothers. Some ladies out here don't know how to be women, wives, friends. So yeah, it's hard to even work together. We fear giving our heart to somebody. We fear opening up to people now. We're so scarred and scared and jaded because of every single experience. And we may not even have had those experiences. You may have just adopted an experience from a movie, heard it in a song. I busted windows out his car. Oh, I might bust windows out his car if he ever. Man, if she ever did some shit like that, man, I'm like, oh. So now, find ourselves in a predicament. We are being ruled by I would say unnutritional, non-nutritional emotions. Um, Emotions that are under attack, that are infested by weeds, and they haven't grown. So yeah, we can't grow, we can't move if nobody's done work on themselves. We can't come together if nobody's really done the work on themselves. That's why you can definitely appreciate, these kind of situations where we get locked down, you know, because it forces us to not be around each other like that. And now that we being around each other, it's like everybody's going back to their regularly scheduled program where they can just be fucking fake and fraudulent, and keep walking around gloating with the mask. No, I've been doing everything I need to do, cleanse my body out. I can't move around nobody like that. And it's hard to you can't even talk about nobody about this truth no more. Because don't nobody want to listen. Don't nobody want to hear the truth. And when we become adults, we think that our shit don't stink. We think that the only person that can whoop our ass is our mama and our daddy. And the moment that you hit 18, I dare anybody to try to whoop my ass. So everybody walking around with an inflated head. And it just floats on by. In the midst of everybody getting all into my way, just hitting me all in my face. Get up, shit in my face. So people don't want to get up and handle their own thing. And when you call people out, you ready to tell them about themselves, and they be like, "You can't tell me nothing. You ain't my mama. You ain't my daddy." You're right. Peace be unto you, brother and sister. I am not your daddy, but you know who is? So let me get on out the way. I'm gonna just let you do what you do. Because right now, I have to remind myself to watch my emotions and my reactions to things. How do you react to somebody? Hey, you fucking suck, Trey. Hey, you better not have to. Chill. Let things be as the way it's supposed to be. Because it is not going. It never got easy. It never will get easy. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You know how hard it is to stay strong when everybody around you is just, you got to depend on God. You got to depend on the Most High to be able to keep you straight and keep you upright. You got to remove your dependencies on people. You got to remove your dependency even on your job. Don't find yourself working for these companies for more than 10 years. 10 years is, they're lucky. They're lucky to have you at that capacity. 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you know? And most of these companies weren't really built for people, brothers like me, to really prosper and even have an opportunity to actually excel. That's why I want to create these businesses to actually give brothers and sisters an actual opportunity. I'm quite sure a lot of you brothers and sisters out there would love to work for my companies if you made $100,000. You'd be like, sign me up. If you was really interested in doing the work. Because in doing this particular type of work for these companies that I would develop, that God has guided me to do, you're not going to slip and slack on me. Because it ain't me that you're doing it. You're doing it for the Most High. And everything that I'm doing, I'm just a humble servant, just trying to put it together because I know that I got the ability to do what I'm doing now. But I know I need help. Like I said, I'll have my place and you'll see things on the walls. This whole place is going to be really, decked out. Where I'm going to be having everything on the walls that I'm brainstorming. Just my little lab. But I feel like it's necessary to be able to have these conversations, I want to be able to have much more of a intimate or private business conversation that would create a designated time and date to be able to talk about these things, that resources that I've come across. And because if I don't have the space to actually start talking about the stuff, that it's like, we're not moving in the right direction, Trey. We need to do something different. So for me, it's like, yes, I want to open up a bank. I feel like a particular style of bank will be able to entice and empower people to want to walk in. If I was able to pay people for their time, I'm honored for you to be able to step inside of this location and give me your time. So I want people to understand that I respect your time. So when you step into my facility, you'll have a membership like Costco or something like that. But the moment that you step in, you're clocking money. Now, you're not going to be bringing no sleeping bags and shit like that all up, but you will be able to make money. Why? Because it'll be set up in a way to where I would re-educate. I would rebuild. Reformulate. Just remix. To where people can actually sit down and be like, dang. It needs to be a whole personal questionnaire, being able to find out, because we've all been susceptible to all the gunk out here. And all the businesses that I have, they are competitors to the major companies that are out there. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to talk too much about them. But the asset management company would be an HR department to be able to train people. And there's so much real estate around the country that is going up for sale, really around the whole world. If I'm able to gather people who are of like-mindedness, and we all put our money in the pot, a real estate investment trust company, and be like, hey, We want to buy this property. We want to buy this set of land. And we're all going to be able to pitch in and take portions out of each one of ours and lump it together to buy that one specific lot of land or property, anything like that. And everybody will be able to make their individual, dividends, annual return, semi-annual, quarterly, maybe daily. But if you're working with me, you're going to be making money in every aspect, whether it's passively or active. You'll be creating and establishing different levels where it'll be a step up system. I'll be able to help the homeless population problem. I'm able to take people into a facility and they have their necessary needs met. Go through a medical check, then I think that's what would need to happen is a facility that would help give people a thorough assessment. Because even by, so many different stipulations and regulations, I feel like we need to get past all of the red tape and legal blockage that stifles our ability to come together and think in a group economical capacity because we fear. We're scared that, the boogie monster, fucking boogie monsters, people. I am building it, and I know that you guys will come because of the simple fact that I'm not playing around. I ain't scared of shit. I don't fear nothing. I fear not. The table has been set. The table has been set. But the bank will be able to capture your time. It'll be able to capture your time through, intelligences. The intelligences will be able to track in a very comprehensive and rigorous manner. That'll be able to give you a formulated cheat code to be able to you get your shit together. That sounds nice. If you had the opportunity to make $100,000 a year, and that's just off of just the step-by-step process to even get to that point. It'll be a real estate passed down type of factor that will hold people accountable. Because, yeah, sure, I make bodies facilities and have people move in. But you ain't gonna have my shit looking like no fucking raggedy shit. You ain't gonna be in there fucking looking sloppy and shit. You gonna get your shit together. Because you will get rewarded by leaving it in a better condition than what you came into it as. Because you're gonna be passing that down to the next person to help them save them. You're helping the next person, them getting on their feet in their life. Because when you're moving up, you're going to a level that somebody's up here. And they're helping you out while they're going up to this next level. So as you're leaving here, you don't kick the ladder. That's how you show gratuity. Oh man, this dude gave me this dude. He changed my life. How dare I? How dare I? Had his place looking all raggedy, holes in the walls, and stinking and carpet and roaches and shit like that. Like, nah, you're not finna do that. If we're talking about helping our people fix things and be better, we have to be completely open to every possibility. Because a lot of the things we were trying, they weren't working because we weren't in the blessing. We had a lot of issues and a lot of obstacles up against us. For the last 400 years, we were up against a lot of obstacles. The main thing right now is that you need to be getting educated. I need everybody on my team educated in one specific thing. I want to be able to know that you are great at this. You can have 3, you can have more, that's fine. But I want to know what the hell are you great at so we can be able to put you in that position. Just focus on that. I don't need everybody trying to do everything. Or you may be able to do everything, but you don't need to be doing everything. I don't need to be doing everything. I want to be able to entrust that you can do this one thing and do it very well. And because you can do it well, you will get monetarily compensated. I want people to know that if you work for me, you will be compensated. You'll be able to live your life. You'll be able to live your life because we will help coach or structure or help give you the better guidelines to having a better life. Because, yeah, I could pay that person $100,000, but if you literally go to the fucking casino the moment you get your check, it ain't gonna work. This is a whole changeover, homie. This is a whole changeover. You cannot be scared to do this thing. Like I said, everybody who's around me, they got it till March 2nd. Everybody got until March 2nd to you either get on this train or you getting left behind. And anybody knocking at the door, you're paying double and triple. Because I am nothing to play with. I'm not going to play with you, and you're not going to play with me. All those people who had denied me, rejected me, kicked me to the curb, didn't give a fuck, didn't support, none of that, they're getting locked out. Right now, it's probationary because it ain't up to me. I'm only speaking on Ezekiel 33. And I'm telling you, you need to fast, repent, and pray. All of that craziness and mess out of your life. Stop doing all this dumb shit. Stop wasting your time. Stop fucking with people who ain't really fucking with you. Stay away from people. Take care of yourself. Fix your life. It is the greatest treasure hunt in the universe when you start finding yourself. Talk about everything. I'm talking about everything about yourself. Find out and figure out everything about yourself. Where are you from? Where are you at? Where are you going? It's easy to lose sight and lose that focus. I had a lot of doubts because I feared even me talking and speaking about the things that I'm speaking on right now will go on deaf ears because I could sit here and be going on about all the intricate things that I want to build. And I am building them. But then these are the type of conversations that I'll have in a private manner Because for one, people swagger jacking and want to steal your shit anyways. But I can sit here and talk about the aspirations. I can at least put out some points that people can gravitate towards and at least chew on the meat and spit out the bones. You would revisit this stuff later when it actually starts coming to form. But at least you know the form. At least you know the formulating of it is right now. You have to start formulating things right now. Write down your strengths and write down your weaknesses. Write down everything that is fucking wrong with you. You gotta be honest with yourself because you are in spiritual court. We are in spiritual court right now. And I'm not gonna sit here and play around with that. I know for me, I could sit here and list off all my problems. And I have no problem doing that. Because I know that I'm getting better and I'm doing better. I'm doing better and I'm getting better. And it fast, it actually helps me be much more transparent. I know I got problems. But it's only good when you're actually addressing them and holding yourself accountable where you move on from this shit. You know, write down on parchment paper and burn it out of your spirit the things that have troubled you. These are some things that I've had to do. I know I got problems. I know I had a problem with worrying about everything all the time. I worried about everything. I worried about everybody. I worried about the things that happened in the past, things that happened to me in my childhood. I'm worried about that the sky was falling. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that and all that stuff just because I need to keep my mind occupied because my traumas were so uh, heavy pressing that it just can lullaby you, hypnotize you, and like hold you down, paralyze you. You can't even get nothing done in your life. I love holding myself accountable, and that's what I'm doing now. Even for me, like, okay. Like for me, I thought that I can choose my own consequences and karma. I learned very quickly that you just can't hurt nobody and think uh, that I can just choose the way that my bad news may come back to me. Can't do that. I learned that. I used to be very hostile to be around. I wasn't like that before, but when my mom passed, since 2017, I had became really hostile to be around. Very angry. I've been angry since a kid because I just had a lot of childhood traumas. You know, stuff that I just didn't deal with until I got older. As a kid, they don't teach you how to deal with none of this stuff. But I grew up and get better. Thank you for the lights. I started because of that hostility. I was just hostile to be around. I started becoming everyone's number one fucking enemy. Seriously, y'all. You know, something I have to work on. Seriously, dude. Yeah. Had a lot of work to do. And that's just figuring out. Yeah, I realized that I became everybody's number one enemy. You know, when you don't deal with your shit, when you don't deal with the deep root work, find yourself, you know, being on everybody's hit list. You know? Because of that agitation and people getting angry at me, I would do the wrong thing. I became a bully. You know? But because of that, I wound up becoming a bulldog, and my bullshit ran off everybody. I found myself being humbled because I was not humble enough. I had been humbled by losing all my friends and family and losing other opportunities and everything because it was of my doing. You know, I had broken emotional levels. My emotions was all over the place. You know, so that's something that we never get a chance to just like really put in perspective and gut check and be like, okay, my emotional levels is all over the place. You know, where's your barometer? Where's your gauge at? And so, I have to realize how, my emotions could translate out and be projected on people and just cause these just ridiculous experiences and circumstances with people. And I found myself like, man, running people off. And so, that's a problem because I became extremely disappointed. You start out as such a great person and all these great things and stuff like that. And a lot of them started to look very disappointing in people's eyes. And when you got an ego, you think you just nothing's going wrong. You just think nothing's going wrong. That was something I had to learn. I was disappointing everybody around me. Because I always thought I was doing the right thing. I was under the impression I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I know really are. You really are hurting that person. You really have said many things to them. And you become delusional. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. It really might be a situation like that. Like you found myself delusional thinking that I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I've always been doing it right by you. Nah, you tripping. I can never do no wrong. Nah, you was doing wrong, homie. I was delusional. I didn't think I was doing wrong until I found myself nice and alone. You was doing wrong. You was disappointed because you get removed from everybody. Then you find yourself, you know, you're not. That energy is something that people don't want to be around anymore. I found myself, extremely toxic. Became a toxic person to myself and everybody around me. And that's something that we have to grow from. Realizing that narcissism built up, created itself, and formulated into something that uh, festered not only in your life, but you affected everybody around you's life. And don't you get it? That's being narcissistic, and then you like not having an emotional response to it, nor no remorse. It's like how callous have we become because of the negative experiences and transgressions in our life that have caused us to be numb to the hurt that we commit amongst others. And so that toxicity splashes nuclear onto others. They find themselves burnt by your bullshit. And so you've left branded stains on people as you've gone around flinging your monkey shit on people. And that's not fair. You become the situation, you become, you start dragging people into your nonsense. And then these people's energy and life starts becoming affected because they're trying to escape from you. And you're boxing them in like a bully. They can't even get away because now you're forcing people to, you know, to deal with your shit. Nobody's going to show you pity. Nobody needs to. Nobody's putting up with your bullshit anymore. The gig is up. You're crying wolf for all this attention and all of this. Like, stop. Do you not see? Do you not hear? Do you not feel? Taste the rainbow. Know that this shit is necessary to smack you in the face and humble you. And because of the miseducation, we find ourselves not caring and not compassionate enough. And then we find ourselves doubling down on these four blacks. We find ourselves doubling down on these acts. I found myself just kept trying to be right, defend myself, because I've always had to defend myself. It's just like, okay, Trey, you're not humble enough. This is this is a war that you just lost. All these little battles you've been trying to win and shit like that. You lost the war, homie. Because you didn't know how to keep your mouth shut and actually listen and allow the divine universe to actually speak and let you know, hey, you need to shut the hell up and slow down, homie. Because the way that you're going right now, you're about to ruin your life. I hope this is resonating because of the simple fact that we don't think nobody can tell us what to do, even our own selves. We'll find ourselves smashing and crashing into the very thing that we was trying to get to. You didn't ease into it. You just zoom right into it. Boom, I'm just going Evil Knievel right into it. Don't even matter. Boom, I'm there. But I found myself talking too damn much when I should have been listening. Thank you, darling. Z-Baby. Found myself not listening. I became the worst version of myself with my disrespectful words because of these things. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for found myself becoming the worst versions of myself because of my disrespectful words. Because you become delusional and narcissistic and your ego, thinking that you're just too smart for your own damn good, that you can't be told. Okay, you ain't gotta be told. Somebody's just gonna remove themselves out of your life and let you know that, hey, I'm gonna remove myself out of your life because what you're doing is not something I need to be attached to. I am not chained down. I am free of my own accord to walk the fuck away from you. And that's what they'll do. Because they do not want to be a part of the worst version of yourself. They don't have to be. It's appreciated when you, and it's noble and respectful when somebody does actually stick around with you when you're at the worst versions of yourself. Because, we try to cultivate that foundation, man, for better, for worse. Sometimes that is hard to do. That is hard to stick around with somebody for the worst. We all love the better. We all know that. We all appreciate that. No problem. But when it comes to the worst, we may be scared of the worst of others because that worst may highlight it in ourselves as well. So even pay attention to that, because you are what you are the company you keep. So if that person may be somewhat abusive to you, are you abusive to that person in some form or fashion? You may be emotionally abusive to that person. They may be physically abusive to you. They may be financially abusive to you, but you're mentally abusive to them. So you gotta be able to check these things sometimes. Because sometimes we really do enable people to be comfortable in the worst versions of themselves. I didn't realize that I was being enabled to cultivate the worst version of myself in these type of relationships and friendships. We don't give ourselves that gut check and set ourselves up with boundaries to realize that we are noticing the worst versions of ourselves. And so it is imperative to be able to notice these things all the time. And we may not see them, we may need to have them brought out by somebody else. We may need these things brought out. No, these things may need to be brought out of us by somebody else. And sometimes we may not take help because we rather have yes people around us. Then you find yourself being too nice to the wrong people and the wrong to the nice people. I know many have found yourself being wrong to the nice people and nice to the wrong people. Realize that, dang, I done ran that one off. That was the one that got away. I should have slowed down, homie. I was just taking it too far. Then you find yourself coming back and begging, oh, I want you back. I want you back. No, it's too late. When enough is enough for somebody to have to deal with that, when you have to recognize after the fact that after they show you that, damn, I went way too far. That's a person on the other side of that fence saying to themselves, I am sick of this shit. I have no more fear. I'm not scared to tell this person off. And you find yourself being told off because you were so wrong to the right person. And then you be right to the wrong people. You be tricking off on all the people that just be doing you wrong and just grinding and slimy and shit. Find yourself getting entrapped, entangled, snared. People come in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, you know. And you must be in the moments of those type of interactions with people so you can better assess that if it's a blessing or a lesson. We sit here and glorify failure and shun success so much. We think a thotty with a body is the one that we're supposed to be married to. There's a lot of male and female out here who are damaged. People getting into relationships with damaged people. And they getting themselves in relationships. They damaged. They ain't getting none of the work. Let's go sit your ass down. Go do the work. You found yourself treating the wrong person all extra nice, and they've been burning your ass since the beginning, and then you finally find out, and then your insecurities come out. Because your ego and your pride got tapped. Now you find yourself hurt. Now you find yourself embarrassed and shameful with great reproach for the simple fact that, dang, I got messed up and stuff like that. Oh, now you find yourself fearing that, oh, this is going to translate in anything moving forward. And you feel like you have to regain that from that person. You got to regain it back from yourself because you put yourself in a position of being susceptible to your own bullshit. Never get yourself involved in deals you don't understand. If you don't understand that, you don't understand your damn self, of your strengths and weaknesses. History is going to constantly repeat itself in your life. You're going to start keep lying to yourself unnecessarily. You're going to find yourself lying about everything and thinking that everything is cool, everything is good. You can coast through, you can sweep this under the rug. You ain't got to deal with it. It's behind you, it's past, it's past. We're going to move on about this stuff. YOLO, no. Everything you do, every experience, everything does not leave you. You may want to, you can try to tuck it back, but this is called the mycelium. Everything is connected. It's interchangeable, it's interoperable, but it's all connected. And the poetic motions of your divine destiny, all of this stuff is getting written down in the stars. So how you conduct yourself right now is the only way that you move forward. By having instant cold turkey, full press brakes on your own bullshit. By doing the introspection, by doing the shadow work, doing the dirty work on yourself to be able to get yourself, put line in your damn self. You scared to be honest with yourself. I'm being honest with y'all while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Because I've already come through my breakthroughs with that. Work in progress. And I guess this is holding me accountable in the mornings. I can sit here and get up and hopefully I've motivated people in some capacity that they can see this and share this on with somebody, because I don't know who may see this, but I hope that I can be as transparent and open and honest and trying to create some type of motivation to empower you to get up and go, or let go. Let go of your old shit. You got a completely clean slate and let go. You ask, what do I let go? You gotta let go of everything. Everything you thought you knew. You've had a lack of respect for yourself. And a lack of respect for yourself translates outward. Anything inward comes outward. Anything outward becomes inward. If what you're putting in your body is horrible food, you're gonna look horrible. If you're putting drugs into your system, it's gonna show up all over you. Have enough respect for yourself. Have enough respect for your mom, your dad, your loved ones, whoever you love. Have enough respect for the breath in your lungs that was given to you by the Most High. Honor those, cherish those, because they could be taken away from you at any moment. I know this very too well. That's why I'm not wasting my breath saying what I need to say to you guys. Because I'm saying it to myself that you need to get your shit together. And not be scared no more. Be fearless. I had issues trusting myself to be able to do this. To be able to be the one to actually get up and say what needs to be said. I can't say nothing to y'all if I ain't saying what I'm saying right now about myself. These be the things that you gotta dig deep inside yourself and hold yourself accountable. Like, I am a liar. I am a cheater. I am a horrible person. I am angry. I do talk a lot of shit. I am lazy. I am overweight. I am mean. I am a bully. Mm. I got a lot of insecurity. I got a lot of problems. I can't communicate. I have horrible communication. These are the beautiful things when you're able to say these things and know that that's what it is. You're starting to find more peace. You start to find more peace. The opposite of that is that you're going to get lazy. You're going to get lazy and you're going to get comfortable and you're going to find yourself in the worst parts of yourself. And everything around you is going to reverberate so loudly to you that you know that you see it and hear it and feel it. It's going to make you feel even worse about yourself. And then the cycle perpetuates and continues. So the thing is, you can't get too lazy. You can't get lazy and comfortable in the worst parts of yourself. When you start seeing the worst parts of yourself, that should be the biggest alarm clock going off and ringing in your ears of letting you know you need to get back to the best parts of yourself. That you need to get back to the best parts of yourself. Don't give up on that little kid. Don't give up on that little innocence that is in you, that was of you, by you, for you. A lot of things are problematic. You can't give in to those insecurities, though. Those insecurities will tear you up, you know? The one thing that you can do is you can fix it. When you got too many problematic insecurities, they will affect your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual stability. When you got insecurity with any of these, because you were scared. You were scared because I don't know who. Everybody need to be scared of dying. That's an insecurity within your spiritual aspect as well. As well, you're insecure about your physical because you didn't do enough push-ups and sit-ups. You didn't drink enough water. You drank sugar more. You didn't drink a smoothie. You ate a burger. Your insecurities are only becoming problematic because you're not addressing each one of these. You got to organize your life. Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Organize those 4 compartments. Organizing. See how strong you are in each one of those. Find out how weak you are in each one of those. I promise you, the more and more you do it every day, it's going to make you better. You're going to be at peace. You're going to feel at peace. You're going to feel more secure. You're going to feel more secure by writing these things down. When you have these insecurities, it is always going to pose a problem with communication because you're not even communicating with yourself. You're going to have horrible communication because you can't be honest with yourself. It's going to be hard for you to be honest with yourself. It's going to be hard to be honest with anybody else. These are simple fixes. Miscommunication leads to misunderstandings. And when we misunderstand the task at hand and you you veer away from the plan, you always will end up in quicksand. But you got to do what you got to do. You can't keep letting it make you mean, though. You can't keep staying mad. You can't keep complaining and not doing whatever needs to be done. Because this shit made me a mean and mad man. I'm not that. I'm very at peace. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that you start paying attention to when you're mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual stability. When you start getting mad and mean and temper tantrums, that's just you lashing out and trying to challenge your ego. You're yearning for the humility. You're yearning to be broken so you can be forged in the fire to come out as a phoenix. You got to get broken. You got to break yourself. Because most people don't like getting broken by somebody else. They get mad. You get mad at the temper tantrums, think that I ain't got to put up with this shit. You don't. But you're going to have to put up with God. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to report to Him. We're just here to help your ass run up them stairs. I'm just here to help. But I found myself dealing with extreme abandonment, PTSD from childhood traumas. I had extreme abandonment. I had PTSD from my childhood traumas. That flamed on a lot of people. Things that you don't address. You got to address these things. You got to put them out, sort all that stuff out and put it in file cabinets. It's going to create unhealthy levels of pride in your life. Unhealthy levels. And you find yourself like proud over everything. Pride comes before the fall. You're going to find yourself really dragging. You're going to drag through life because you're going to hold on to all of these stubborn little boulders. Stubborn little boulders that are affecting all of your stability. You just keep rocking your boat right into that rock. Bow, 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 bow. Until it eventually capsizes and pokes a hole in your freaking boat. And you find out you've been taking on water and smacking into this freaking rock when you just could have just had to open up the sail and stop being scared. And just figure out these unhealthy levels, extreme anger and rage. Your past pains is your past pains. Find a way to figure that shit out and get over it. You need to detox yourself. You need to work on yourself. Stop getting out here trying to chase everybody, thirst trapping and shit. Infidelity, fornication. I've done wrong. I've cheated. I've fornicated. Infidelity. I've done a lot of wrong things. I'm nobody's role model. Regardless if there was a reason behind it or my reaction to it, I still committed the dumb shit. Which caused people in my life to walk out of my life. But they refused to put up with any of the bullshit that I brought about. Because of that, to be able to sit back and sit alone and think about all this stuff in time out, I realized that I'm sorry. You know? You realize how apologetic and remorseful you are and repentant This ain't no stuff that I want to be doing. This ain't me. Why was you doing it, dummy? You know, especially when, the righteousness in my heart, my spirit, knowing that I've been exposed early in my life, the sins of man. So how dare I, as an adult, being conscientious of these sins of man, partake? That's your fault. I did this. So now I find myself on hands and knees, asking and crying and pleading and begging. Oh, I need a redo over. Oh, I need a reset. Oh, I need to refigure all of this out. You don't get to choose and pick your fucking consequences and karma. You just can't do and say the things you do and say in your life and think that you can just get away with them. We are in spiritual court. And whatever bad you've done, you're going to suffer your consequences. Any good that you've done, you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get what you deserve. And you can't have no fear. You just got to suck it up. You can't be mad because you get what you put out. I know I've put out way more love than I put out any of these disappointing factors that I've expressed. And I talk about these because these are problems that I had to deal with. I had to figure all these out. I had to get time away to be able to look at these things and be like, hey, what can I do to actually address these and figure these things out? First off is to actually write them down. What is the problem? When you start writing them down, you start looking at them like, You break them down into subcategories and branches and let them, you start digging deep into where the root of the problems are. Get to the root of the problems. Because we only hold ourselves back. No, for me that a lot of my actions have caused a lot of these things to happen. So, telling you to just get yourself together. Don't quit on yourself. Everything and everybody around you won't quit. But as long as you do the things that you need to do for yourself, you'll be all right. Stop hurting yourself. Stop hurting yourself. Stop hurting yourself. I know you may be operating in excellence, but stop beating yourself down. Stop beating yourself down. Give yourself a little love. You have the opportunity and the privilege to be able to get your power back and to get back in control. Because as you walk through the valley and the shadow of death, you should not fear not. Fear not. You don't need to be fearing no more. Don't fear yourself. Handle your shit. Face it head on. Make it a priority. Get serious. Get serious about the work that you're doing. The work that you're doing does matter. The work that you are doing does affect everyone around you. And this is something that we need to all take heed to. Remember what you're here for. If you don't know what you're here for, and you need reminders, it's not that hard to get some reminders laid out. So yeah. Peace and apple sauce grease to everybody out there.